2 months away from the race. So it's getting frustrating. I'm emotional about it. I break down about it, but I also just get back in the car and do it again.
She's on the radio saying, yeah, I'm not feeling 100%. I don't know if I'm doing well enough.
Things aren't aligning today. I'm starting to feel a little nervous about the race coming up, but I'm also clear I'm not going to not show up. I am really having a hard time hitting my marks.
So how fast do you think you went?
158.
Really?
Or worse. Hey, good morning. How are you? I'm on my third car because I decided I was really going to take this seriously, so I got an actual race car. I'm ordering a race suit. It is hot as balls out here right now. Sweating, dying. It's over 100 degrees, but it's like this is what it takes, right? Working with somebody that knows racing so well, it builds a lot of confidence, because when he's like, that was awesome, you're just like, okay, yes.
My name is Goddard, and I'm with Track Record out here at Apex Motor Club. Tayne and I have become great friends. On top of that, what we're doing is we're helping her go competitive auto racing here in 2 months.
It's the learning curve is smaller when you're working with somebody that's just as seasoned as he is.
Yeah, so it's obviously really, really hot here. We started at a little after 7 o'clock, but we got her in the race car, and the intention here was to get out and do a solid warm-up. She's very driven, right? Aggressive at times, has all the right qualities, right? We're just trying to put all those pieces together.
You know, I create the vision of I'm gonna stand up on the podium, and because that's what's driving me. So he's like, actually, let's just finish the race, because that's a win. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Off the brake, nice, easy on the gas. What's really gonna help is also racing, because you learn more in racing because you're kind of thrown to the wolves, and you're chasing and you're being chased, and you just go along with the pack, get going quicker and quicker. But the biggest thing is going to be endurance.
I've just been really clear. I'm going to see this through. I'm going to race in October. So we are 2 months away from the race, which is crazy to me. I still have probably 2 to 3 seconds to shave off my time and run consistently if it's possible. I believe at least part of that is possible. I'm getting more and more confident, but it's also getting harder and harder to find the time to shave the time off. So it's getting frustrating. I'm emotional about it. I break down about it, but I also just get back in the car and do it again. So I've personally grown so much from our first shoot to now. I'm really proud of the work that I've put in, and I'm starting to feel a little nervous about the race coming up, but I'm also clear I'm not going to not show up. So let's just do what I can do between now and then to make it a good race.
What are you feeling? Hot.
Hot, for sure. I am really having a hard time hitting my marks. Around 8, going into 9, going into 10. 11's okay, but that whole 8, 9, 10 is just total crap.
Let me download the data. We'll look at that and then jump in the car.
Okay.
With you.
All right.
So get my iPad. I'd say the highlight of my day was hiding her lap time from her. Let me see what the lap times are here.
I'd be surprised if they're even under 2. So from the beginning of our shooting together, that was, I hadn't done anything. I think my lap times around the Apex track at that point was 2 minutes and 6 seconds. That was the first time I ever did it. And today I did 1:48.
You did it 1:48.
No, I did not.
You did.
That's not even possible.
I'll show you. She comes on in and we look at the data, and it was a personal best by a few tenths. It was way better than what she thought it was going to be, and that's, for me, as we evolve here and as I spend more and more time coaching, that's my adrenaline rush, is that 10 minutes of hiding what she thought was a bad lap time, but inevitably was her best. I know. So your predictives are 1:48.34. So you're pretty close. I think your predictive is likely your fastest time yet in the car, right?
Yeah.
So did it feel like you're out of control a little bit? Sliding too much?
No, it just felt like I couldn't hit my marks.
Okay. Well, imagine if
So you're saying,
imagine if you did hit your marks.
oh my God.
I'm sure you did. I think you surprised yourself there, because to me it looked quick. It looked kind of like where we left off.
Okay. And it's been just months of really just committing to learning how to do this, all out of the inspiration of wanting to be the first woman to compete here. There it is.
1:48.49.
Wow.
Okay. So you're predictive now.
You may have heard him. He asked me, I got out of the car, he goes, how fast do you think you go? You went. I was like, terrible. Like 1:58 or worse. And he was like, seriously? You did 1:48? And I was like, no way. He's like, you're in your head. He was like, this is what's interesting about psychology. You're totally racing psychology. You're psyching yourself out for your own progression. He's like, you gotta get out of your head. So I think what was so super frustrating, I had Eric came out here and drove the car for his very first time and beat my best time by 2 seconds, like just playing around. Completely lost it. I started crying. He felt so bad. I was like, I'm slow. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. He texted me his times. I'm like, oh, I hate you. So it's one of those things where it's like, you just want to do well. And the only thing in the way of doing well is this. So I think I just was frustrated.
Yeah.
So anyways, we'll see. He's going to get in the car and I'm going to drive and he's going to walk me through some stuff. Just help me just get all of that out and just get his voice in so that my voice starts to be kinder.
I started racing when I was 18 years old. I started driving professionally in 2002, and I find myself a lucky person. I've been able to drive open wheel cars and sports cars and stock cars and hill climb cars and off-road racing trucks. A lot of the racing for me has slowed down, but what's really ramped up is our involvement in driver development and driver coaching. So I think for me, having had all of these experiences, being able to share it with others and help guide their dream is what drives us.
It becomes a lot because he's talking to me the whole time, giving me instruction on every single corner, gas, brake, let off the brake, trail.
What we're wanting out of this weekend is to learn to take the green-white checker. So get a nice clean start, run all the laps, get the seat time, understand what it's like to be racing, make some good passes. You know, there's going to be some other cars coming through, and get the checker flag, get a full, clean, solid race under your belt.
I think when I first started on this journey and I said, I'm going to do this is the race I'm going to do, a lot of people thought that it was cute. And I'm really looking forward to that mindset shifting from, oh, that's cute, to, oh shit, Tayne's racing today. So I love that because it makes me feel capable, it makes me feel strong, and it makes me feel like it doesn't matter what point I'm at in my life, I can pick up something new and go for it. And it may not be the fastest, it may not be the best, but I'm being my best.
I believe that a lot of younger women will be looking up to what she's doing. You know, I think of my two daughters who are now 5 and 7, them being older. I think they would think what she's doing is really cool, and they would really look up to her.
I love where I am right now doing this, and I can't wait for October, nerves and all. But it's one seat time at a time, one lap time at a time, 1/10 of a second at a time. And that's, for me, everything. That's how I just want to approach everything.